Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is AppleFUNk, and welcome back to the channel. First time guest, welcome. Welcome to you also. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's definitely appreciated. Let's get into it. Well, I'm gonna make me some snails tonight. I've been craving snails and frog legs, but I'm gonna wait to make my frog legs later. But I've been really in the mood for some snails. So I've had my snails soaking. I'm ready to drain those off. We need to go ahead and get the oven preheated for the broil. Let's get that happening. Yeah. All right. We got our snails soaking. Let me bring one up. So you can see. You're going to see them close anyway because I took some video, but I want to make sure you really get to check out this marvelous little beast right here. We're going to go ahead and take our snails and we're going to put them in water for a little bit. That way we could just get any additional flavors we don't want out of them. But yeah, look at them. Aren't they so pretty? Ooh, look at those bad boys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. These some snails, baby. Y'all can call it escargot. This is snails. Now, we boiled the shells. So we boiled those shells off. Actually, let's go ahead and pour those off as well. We might as well do them all at the same time, right? We're going to need to make sure that we boil these shells. I want to make sure that, and make sure they sink. If they have the little air pockets, they'll float. Make sure they all sink down to the bottom. That way, you know that when you're boiling them, you're getting all the way back up into nooks and crannies because this is where our snails are going to go. So when you put them in initially, they will float, some of them, but you got to make sure that you shake them, do whatever you got to do, but they should all be underwater when you're done. If you have shells that are floating, that begin to float up, you need to make sure you turn them. Okay, turn them and get that air out. Look at them right there. Look at this. Look at that right there. Oh boy, you're gonna be so good. Okay, so we got our shells, we got our snails, we got our oven preheating on broil. We've got our tray that we're going to wind up heating up and putting our snails in. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven so it can heat up. It can heat up as well. That's a ceramic dish, so we're good to go there. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and get started with our compound butter. So let's grab our food processor. We'll pull it on up. I don't think we need to just feed it. We should be able to just drop this stuff in and move on about our business. We're going to put we got 12 snails. We're using 2 ounces of butter, which was, 4 tablespoons. I'm going to throw the garlic in the food processor. Usually you would put parsley in it, but I don't want parsley. You know, I don't need green butter. I want them to taste how I want to taste. So we got some little sweet mini peppers here. I've got some red onion. Let's throw our butter in there. And we're going to salt and pepper that to taste. And I'm going to stick that right back in the refrigerator once it's all done culminating. It's all done meeting each other. So let's stick that on and throw it on low. Hey, I got no power. What's up with that? Let's go ahead and make, well, that should, yeah. There we go. Let's put this back in. And for those of you who like snails, really, snails are, you know, if you eat an animal out of the ocean or lake and it has a shell on it, like a clam or a conch, they're all mollusks. You know, these are just land snails. You know, some have adapted to be on the ground, some have Let me put the salt and pepper in there now. Where's my bowl? This is the pepper right here. Yeah, some of them you have gills and they breathe through those. So I love snails. We ain't gonna put too much salt in there. That's enough. All right, let's go ahead and get this all whipped up. Let's push that all down. And we're gonna firm this up again. This is what we're gonna be putting in the shells. You know, when we stick the snails in the, when we stick those snails in the oven, back in their shells, this is what they're gonna be cooking in. That's good enough for me. I'm not in a fancy French restaurant, you know, paying $1 million for this same dish. Yeah, it was weird. I'm sitting around the house one day and all of a sudden it's like, I want some snails. I know that doesn't happen all the time, but it did for me. Let's get all this out of here that we can. We're gonna put this back in the refrigerator. And normally this would be green, you know, it would be compound butter with parsley in it. So, and normally they wouldn't tell you to add onion, and normally this and that, but I know how I like my snails. Isn't that a statement? You know, it's like, you have a way you love your snails. Okay, so we've got our compound butter made. It's only me and my wife here. No one else lives here. Let's go ahead and get this going. Let's put a little olive oil in there, and we're going to fry this up real quick. We're going to go ahead and put our snails in here with the white wine. I got a Pinot Grigio. I got a few more in there, but this is a nice, sweet little wine. Let's go ahead and chop these up nice and fine. Throw them in there. This is more for flavor because it's going to flavor those snails. Snails have a good taste right out of the can, because most places understand when you go to a high-priced restaurant to buy snails, those snails are from a can. Those snails they don't have time to take these snails, get them out of the ground, get them in their restaurant, unless you go someplace really fancy and you're talking about a very low percentage. And feed them, get all the garbage out of them, and not garbage, just the nonsense, and give them, you know, have that pass through their system, bring them from the shell, and start cooking them. So they're going to wind up being from a can. That's just the way it is. Let's go ahead and stick these onions in here. I guess we can cut that down somewhat. All right. Let's cut that down a little more. There we go. The white wine. We'll let that boil off. And we're going to cook those for a few minutes. Just go ahead and cut this up. We don't want it to burn, and I'm not trying to set it on fire to burn off all the alcohol like folks do. No, I don't need that. I'm okay. Let's go ahead and get these in here. I'll show you close up so you can see what's happening. Let's see if you can actually get a good glimpse of what's going on. Oh, there you go. That's all boiling off. I'm going to cut it up some more. Yeah, it doesn't take that long to do this. The oven part is the main part where it sits in there and it's got to cook and bake and all that good stuff in the shell. I'm going to add you know how much I love my Saison. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to also add, let me go ahead and cut this down. And I'm also going to add, you guessed it, you know what it is. You know what, like, where's it at? It's never up front where I want it. Let me see. There we go. I'm also going to add me some sage. I told you I love my sage. Let's give that a quick stir. Look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. I wanted to pop that in my mouth, that one. I wasn't popping it all over that. Okay. All right, so now we got the shells. We talked about them. Yeah, we talked about the shells. We're going to go ahead and stuff these in the shell. Let's grab a snail. Get in there. He's in there. Gotta shove him in. Look. He's in there. He's back in there. We'll take him. And we're just going to do those one at a time like that. We're going to get them back in the shell. All the way back in. Let's make sure that any water is out of there. Ooh. Yeah, they're hot, but yeah, it's all right. Okay. Let's get our compound butter. Throw it down in those shells. Now, we need to get our, let's go ahead and get our ceramic dish out. I wanted to heat it up so I don't have to take so long to get everything bubbling. Okay, that's it right there. I'm going to put them at the same time. I don't want to put one in now and then they, you know, that shell heats up. And like I said, we got the onion in here. We got like everything we want on these. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. So if you like clams and you like oysters, you know, you'll like snails, just to let you know. And it's something quick that you can do at home and you don't have to pay a bunch of money at a restaurant to have them do the exact same thing we're doing right now. That's all they don't do anything different than what we're doing. And it's triple the cost. See, well done. Let's throw these in our pan. See how it's sizzling already? And that's the thing, that's why I didn't put some in earlier than others. Throw these in here. Man, they're singing to me. They're singing. Okay, let's pull them up. I'll show you, and I'm going to throw them back in there. That's what's happening. That's it right there. Let's throw them back in the oven. It's on high. We'll throw them in. We're going to give them a few minutes, and then they'll be ready to roll. Pop that open. Let's show you. Oh my goodness, look at that right there. Ooh, doggy. We're gonna give them a few minutes. Look at those. Oh my goodness. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a go. Snail. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. You know what? Let me put this on. That is hot. Let's grab that shell. And you can reuse these shells. We'll pop them out. There we go. We're going to go ahead and put it in that butter and that onion and everything else we put it in. All right. Very good. Wow. It tastes like crab legs. Okay? It tastes like snow crab leg. Just to let you know. Well, this ain't gonna be. This is gonna upset me. I'm gonna get ready for it. I've got other things that could work, but this fork should get it. Just dip it in that butter and that garlic and all that good stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my. They came out wonderful. I mean, just wonderful. I love them so much. Yeah. I mean, just wonderful. They're still very hot. But I'm going to tell you what. They came out so good and tasty. Oh. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.